Okay, so welcome back to Javelin FSD, and today is another video. I'm actually in the garage, about to do some work on the van in preparation to getting it back on the road, getting myself back on the road. But I got a few goodies in. I've got some projects to do. First and foremost, I had ordered some more uniform shirts, but the thing is two of them didn't come out right. The logo was a little bit too low, and it was laying down on a part of my body that I didn't want people to be staring at all the time. Anyways, they sent me a new set, so here they are. They're long sleeves, they're for the winter time. The ones that I got with them with the jacket and everything came out just fine. They were just your regular summer short sleeves. But that being said, my hair sucks right now because I've been blowing in the wind. Or it's been blowing in the wind. It's been a windy day. It's overcast and cloudy, so really it's a break from the regular Las Vegas summer heat, even though it is still pretty warm out. But here goes a shot of the new shirts. The good old-fashioned logo. I really like this logo pattern, the way they have it sewn. The current shirt that I'm wearing I got somewhere, but this is actually the way it's supposed to originally look. With the white background around the warrior. That being said, I really like this pattern too. They do a good job. It's just every once in a while they'll make a mistake and drop the logo from here down to here. Anyways, I got those shirts in finally. I'm happy. They'll be good for the winter time. I also got my jackets and everything made. I used to have jackets made, but I had to get rid of them because they had the wrong wording on them or whatever, or for something that's obsolete that I'm not doing anymore or wasn't doing at the time. Of course, I'm doing it over again. That was total waste and a knee-jerk reaction I should have just held back on. Anyways, mistakes, learn from them. The next thing is, let me see. I don't know why I'm sharing all this on YouTube, but here goes. If I can find my scissors, I'll open these packages. Hang on. So I got these two things. These are my, this is old-fashioned because everything's done electronically, but I am going to use them. But let me just try to open this up and I'll show you what it is. So I've got these delivery receipt books. I'm going to use them occasionally, maybe more than I think, but I got a couple books. So that's one thing I got in. And this might not be part of my project today because it's going to be a little bit more involved. But this is something I've been wanting to do because inside that van during the summertime, especially in this freaking desert heat, it gets pretty hot in back of that van, and that van is not insulated whatsoever. It's just bare walls. But wait a minute, this is not what I thought it was. Nope, these are my bags. Hang on. Okay, these are nice. So back when I was doing the bulk deliveries this past Christmas or whatever, dang my hair, I noticed there was a need for tiny packages, like envelope size packages. I had tons of those things, and I only had like one of them large food bags, which is very soft and pliable. Wasn't really that sturdy. It was just made for, well, it was insulated, but it was made for hot foods or cold foods. But it was not for the use that I was using it for. But with the amount of overflow that we had over the holidays, I used to fill that thing up to the top. I mean, from forward, backwards. I mean, I filled that entire bag up. It's a lot of envelopes. So I decided, you know, I really need one of these things. But this one's pretty nice. It's made of the really, really good, sturdy kind of material. It's got a zipper and everything to keep everything contained, because that was one of the problems, even though the one that I had a zipper top on it. I was afraid of breaking that thing. So I got two of these suckers. This one's pretty deep. They both are. But as you can see, it's got the carry handles. Oops. It's got the carry handles. And I can just load it up full of packages, envelopes, whatever. And I've got two of these now. So I'll have these folded up inside the van, ready to be used whenever I need them for whatever I need them for. They're going to come in handy. The thing I was talking about, the insulation, I did buy a giant roll, enough to do like the ceiling of my van, because that thing has insulation on it, but only halfway through somebody didn't complete the job. So I'm going to go ahead and just insulate the entire ceiling part. The walls, I'm going to have to work on that. I'll show you that in a little bit. Right, so inside this van, this is my operations center. It's been Old Faithful, but I have had this whole thing filled up with packages from the bottom to the top, from the back to the front, and I spent all Christmas climbing over boxes. That was a lot of fun. As you can see, I have my E-tracks installed. Actually, I need to get one more of these rails and then move this over to the side, this one over to the side, because I found out even when I was doing pallets for another company that I'm trying to get back with, you know, the placement of all the straps and everything would not really work well. Well, I mean, it worked fine, but it's, you know, with its current configuration, I was not able to secure things the way I wanted to. So adding another track and then moving them off center will help me actually have better placement for it, for the straps to go. So that's just another thing I wanted to do. But the big project today is going to be relocating my accessory lights, because as you can see, let me see if I can, that light up there and the other one that's inside is just not enough when you're looking at labels and stuff like that in the middle of the night. So I went and got some over online, and as you can see, those things there, I got them mounted on the wall because they won't really stay up on the ceiling. Wow. They won't really stay up on the ceiling because it gets so hot, it just melts the tape. So I came up with a bracket. As you can see, the other one I've already got mounted. I came up with a bracket to mount it up. And so when I turn the lights on at night, I don't get blinded because that is right in my eyes. And they're LED. So yeah, I don't want to get blinded. So I'm going to relocate that into the right here next to this light right here. So it illuminates the back part of the compartment. Well, I've got lighting up front now. So that's my project today. The next thing I want to talk about is maybe a little bit of story time. I should change the from the vertical format because this is supposed to be viewed on a computer too. Okay, so I'm back and I'm hand holding this thing, so it looks kind of weird. Anyways, let me just talk a little bit about, I really should set this up with a tripod or something. Yeah, I spent a lot of time over the holidays on this thing. I lived on the road basically, and I did at least 12-hour days, getting out and getting my stuff ready probably around 9 o'clock, and then get home maybe around any time between 7 to 9 at night. So they were kind of long days, but it was fun. I was doing deliveries out of state every day, going to Kingman from Las Vegas, which is a little over, I don't know, an hour and a half drive, or around that amount of time. And I've always thought of Kingman being like really flat and stuff like that. I didn't realize there were mountains. But when I started doing deliveries there, I learned really quick there were mountains there. One instance, it was like 7 at night and it was winter time, so it gets really dark early. And I was going up a hill, then it turned up to be a very steep hill, and then it was many miles that I drove up, and I couldn't see squat. There's no lights or anything like that. It was just blackness, mountains, and just this narrow road. Well, I finally get to a point, and my GPS shows me there's some little roads that branches off from the main road that I was on, and it indicated they were dirt roads. Being that I have a city van, a small one at that, I ended up doing some off-roading. But getting on the trails, they literally got really narrow to where the trees and everything, I mean, I was at an elevation in the desert where it became forest. So I was pretty high up there. I didn't realize they had elevation like that over there. Anyways, I went down these dirt roads, and there's like left turns, right turns. You could easily get lost, and it's pitch black outside. You just have my headlights, and then the only thing I would think about is, I hope I don't get stuck, because it was dirt, but it was also a little bit of sand, and I was worried about getting stuck out in the middle of nowhere up in a mountain, with the mountain lions and the coyotes and all the other things that you find out here. And then I was, on top of that, I was delivering frozen meat, thinking about meat and coyotes and stuff like that. That's just not a good thing. But I finally got to near my destination, and by that time the road got so narrow that the sides of the road, which were they were like this, and the sides of my vehicle were touching the sides of the road. Apparently it was made for vehicles that were for off-roading, but people live back there. I don't know why or what. Anyways, I go up to this house, and I literally have to climb up this steep freaking whatever it's called, and that's made of dirt. So I'm slipping and sliding with this heavy freaking meat pack that weighed probably about 45 pounds, and I'm trying to go to this place, and this just, I didn't think there's places out here in the desert like that, but it was like this place that was made up of multiple shacks of, I mean, there was a main house, there was little motor homes, and there was everything connected together into this one big giant compound, and it was all fenced off, barbed wired, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So the only thing I'm thinking of is shotgun. Where's this person gonna show up with a shotgun? Wondering what the heck I'm doing on his property. But anyways, Fort Knox, I couldn't get in anywhere. I was afraid to, so I dropped his food off, or the meat, right at something that looked like a porch. Then I marked it for delivered. Hopefully he got the notification that his stuff was delivered, or their stuff, whoever. But yeah, that was crazy. Just getting out of the van, I was kind of freaking out because it's pitch black, no lights other than my flashlight. And I'm sitting there thinking mountain lions and coyotes. So that was just one of my adventures that I've had out there, doing long distance bulk delivery. So a little bit about what's going on. I don't know, I can't even remember in my last video if I talked about whether or not, what my plans were. I did talk about that I was doing the bulk deliveries in this past winter, but I had started doing the courier business sometime during the summer months. I was just doing random stuff. I picked up one customer. Also, that was the mailman. I picked up one customer, and she still contacts me from time to time. But that being said, I was doing a lot of food deliveries, things like that, just random stuff, just to get my feet wet, again, because I used to do those kind of deliveries, not as a business, but just to make money. But I actually did pretty well, just enough to keep myself afloat. Then I got into the contracting with the bulk deliveries. But after the holidays, I got phased out. I didn't have nowhere to go or nothing that I could do, and I needed to pay my bills, so I decided to get a traditional job, and then I ended up where I'm at now. So right now, this is just a way for me to regroup, but I am restarting everything again, but this time I've invested in some more equipment and other things. I'm investing more time into developing the structure of the business. I'm creating all kinds of things like forms and contracts and whatever that's involved with all this. All right, so I'm getting all that restructured and getting it ready to go. So when it's time to pull a trigger, I'll be set. My next thing is just that freaking commercial vehicle insurance for courier businesses, or for delivery services. It's crazy. There's a lot of accidents, a lot of claims, fraud, all kinds of things going on, so that contributes to it. The trucking industry, is just, the transportation industry is just crazy right now. I'm just getting everything all sorted out and ready to go again. This van specifically, I'm going to outfit it, for a multitude of different types of deliveries. As you can see, I've got my E-tracks, I have all my bungees, I have all my my straps and stuff like that in the back. See what else. And then of course I'm resituating my lighting, so I'm just making all kinds of adjustments to make it better this time around. But once I get all that done, I pay off my investments, I should be ready to go. It's just a matter of before I do that, I'm going to start ramping up my marketing and promoting and see, you know, how much I can get ahead of myself before I actually go full-time into this. Okay, so my phone keeps falling down because the magnetic suction cup device that's holding it keeps falling off. It doesn't like the metal sides of my van. It loves glass, but it doesn't like the van. I'm trying to finish this video. Anyways, yeah, those are my plans right now to get back on the road and get things started up. It's going to be a process, but hopefully I get some work soon. I'm trying to get back with a contractor I was working with before, even though this is not going to be one of them things where they're going to make me a whole lot of money. I'm only doing it, you know, a couple days a week on my days off while I'm trying to go to work full time. So that's just the way it's going to be. Every week I'll probably just do a video. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this whole thing as far as YouTube is concerned. I mean, it's just fun to do, and you know, I just want to drag people along to follow my journey. Okay. Anyway, so it's the end of the day and I look like crap. Anyways, it's really warm out here, and it's I think the humidity's up actually out in here in the desert because it's really cloudy out. But anyways, you can see, let me switch the camera over. I've got everything working. I've got my lights all set up. I put in my other rail. So I went to the store, got a rail, installed it. Now I've got all my E-tracks in place. I've got my bulk carrier. There we go. Got my bulk carrier there, or my little miscellaneous package carriers. I got two of them. One inside, that's in case I need to carry anything, you know, that's loose. And then I had to redo my tire. There's a thing that I have to, this did not come with one. They never did. Anyways, you have to buy a $400 kit from Mopar that you install underneath the back end of this thing here that puts the tire, that you can set the tire up in. However, I don't have the $400 that I'm going to invest right now, but I will eventually in the future. But yeah, this is my setup. Basically, I got all my straps. I've got some extra E-track accessories here. And then I've got everything organized now. Put away the cargo net. Probably got a few more accessories I want to carry in here, but this is my loadout that I do every day. If I get any pallets and stuff, I've got, you know, plenty of stuff to secure it, so I'm not worried about that. And yeah, this is it for today. I can't do anymore, so it's time to shut it down, turn everything off. Oh yeah, I did rewire my my backup alarm. So basically I just ran some wires out forward, and then I put in a on-off switch, and then that way, so when I'm going home at night and backing in somewhere, I can turn that loud sound off and not wake up the whole entire neighborhood. But I do leave it on for throughout the day for normal driving and stuff, just in case. Obviously, it's a safety feature that I want to keep in the vehicle while I'm driving about. So but I think that's it. Oh yeah, I want to show you one more thing. I've got this insulation that I just got in today. It's the right size just to fit the overhead, being that it's not even insulated or anything. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on how I'm going to mount that, because that roof and the metal on that vehicle gets to be 100 and something degrees when it's like 100 something degrees outside, and it's all, you know, radiant stuff or whatever coming from the sun, so you can literally cook an egg on this thing. Anyways, that's my next project. That's going to take a minute. Anyways, I'll keep saying anyways. That's all I got for today. Hasta la vista, baby.